how y'all feel, man. You tuned in to another great episode of the Male Translations Podcast, where we breaking down the difference of what men say and women hear, giving men a voice, giving women insight on relationships, the men's voice when it comes to relationships. Hey, listen, man, got another great banger for y'all tonight, man. Another great topic that we're going to chop it up and discuss for y'all, man. I'm glad to see everybody that's making it safe week to week, man, to tune in and log in and show your love and support, man. I really appreciate that. I know both of us really appreciate that. And we got some heat for y'all tonight, man. I wanted to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, and it's kind of crazy because I know y'all probably like, man, every week something near and dear to your heart, Clarence. Ain't a thing you talk about that ain't near and dear to your heart. Well, this is another one. So you're going to have to live with that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, this is near and dear in my heart. The topic that we want to discuss tonight is, are women afraid of a good man? All right, you know what I'm saying? That's how you emote. You know, learn that about those. Are women afraid of a good man?
Yeah.
All right, now it's 2021. You know, my patented women's statement I used to always throw out for women in 2020. Well, it's 2020, boo boo. It's 2020. It's 2021 now, so it's 2021 now, boo boo. This is what I'm hearing a lot from the ladies. All right, well, as a relationship coach, as somebody that deals in the space of relationships, I have to speak about some of the things that I hear, some of the things that circle around fear, circle around a level of doubt and disbelief when it comes to relationships. And with this, I think I have to question you ladies tonight and really kind of chop it up, Pastor Dozier, with you and talk about, man, some of the things that's going on right now when it comes to relationships, because it seems like a lot of ladies want love, but yet seem to be afraid, have a level of fear when it comes to operating with a new guy or with any guy or any man when it comes to dating, right? So right. I want to talk about, are women afraid of a good man? And let me kind of break that down. Reason why, for me, when you are influencer, right, when it comes to relationships and in social media and things like that, dealing in this niche, this niche, you hear a lot of perspectives on everything. So when it comes to money, when it comes to love, when it comes to kids, when it comes to sex, when it comes to cheating, all that, you can throw out, put 100 people in a line and they probably all gonna have something different to say, right? And then now when it comes to women and men, I think that what I'm beefing off of right now in my mind is how, I think a lot of women seem to want things that conflict with what they want. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like, you want love, but what you're doing is conflicting with what love you say you want. You know what I mean?
Well, I always say it like this. I always say that, hey, so in a ministry type field, I always ask people, are you putting yourself in a posture to be blessed? Mm-hmm. Right? Because sometimes your mind and your heart can be one way, but your actions are totally different.
Right. And every guy I know my heart.
Right. He
shoot up the club and he know my heart.
Yeah. So a lot of times it's a conflict.
Yeah. And
I don't think we talk about it enough because, I miss a perfect question, and I'm anxious to see how many willing women that we have that's going to tell the truth. Because the question is, does a woman, can a woman? What's the question?
Are they afraid?
Are women afraid of good men? Mm-hmm. I can tell you right now, before we even get to that end part, which is men, when a woman sees something good, I hate to say it, it don't matter what it is. It can be anything. It's always questioned: is it good?
Mm-hmm. Is it good enough?
Is it good? Ladies, I want to know right quick before we dig into if he's a good man or not. Are any women out there willing to admit, yes, I have a problem when things are good? It's always women. Men don't ever say it's too good to be true.
Mm-hmm. They like, man,
we gone.
Yeah,
girl says you know what I'm saying?
You know how that going on.
We going with my time, dog. It's your time, dog. You work for it. You know what I'm saying? Man, women always like, I don't know what's her motive, what she want, what he doing, like, what he really want, what he coming with me for. Like, I mean, come on, what you come over here for?
Are you acting like that?
Nah, man, I just want to stop and tell you how beautiful you are. I mean, I'm sorry about that. Really, like, come on, like, that risk really.
That's tied anyway.
Yeah.
So hey, before we get into this topic, really chop it up, man. I need y'all to do me a super huge favor. Those that's locked in right now, man. I see a few of y'all right now. My screen on it was so big, but I want to give a quick shout out to Charlene, Shamandra, Jeff, Val. Man, y'all always every week, man, showing love and support.
Wonder Mom.
I need y'all to go ahead and hit that share button, man, because I really want to have this topic discussed, and we want to add to the audience, man. I know y'all got some friends and family members out there that could love to hear this and be entertained by the comedy, insight, and honesty we about to bring to y'all on this topic. Are women afraid of a good man? Right? So right now, if y'all didn't know, I'm working on a training course for women to be able to attract a quality man, right? And so in it, I first of all break down that there is a difference between quality men and low quality men. Just like we know, it's some women that's trash women, there's some women that's some foot draggers, as Pastor Dozier call them, and there's some good quality women, there's some good clean women, good clean women. You know what I mean? And so I want to help y'all to be able to differentiate the difference between, the busters and the guys that y'all really deserve and desire, right? Now, with that being said, I've been doing a lot of, promo lives and doing subjects and breaking down, some of the things that the men that I have spoken to have mentioned about some of the things that they deal with and experience with women. So now that coupled with, like I say, just being an influencer, posting, just speaking on relationships, trying to inspire, motivate, and encourage, I'm seeing a lot of different things, right, when it comes to relationships. So I want to jump right into it, Pastor Dozier, and ask you, why would women rather believe all good men, why would women rather believe that all men are trash or dogs when they know in their heart that that's not true? You got brothers, the uncles, daddies that be, my dad was good.
So everything you said is so true. I think one of the biggest reasons why a lot of women carry this, and this is an oxymoron, it's contradictory just in the statement alone. All men dogs, all men no good, but you desire one. And you still believe in that you fall in love. You still cry when you watch The Notebook, and you still put love in basketball. It's crazy because
that's true.
But I think what happens, ladies, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I know I'm right. I think ladies use it as a defense mechanism to try to soften the blow if it happened. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times people go through life, they go ahead and say, well, girl, it's good right now, but you know how this is. What she's really doing is trying to say, and ladies, I'll be real with y'all. I'm going to be open and honest with you. Of course, I was raised from a single mother. I know there's a side of you that says, why keep trying if I'm going to keep losing?
Right. It ain't going to work.
Right. But I think what it is the defense mechanism says, hey, let me go ahead and prepare myself for the worst, that he's not a good man, mm-hmm. and then ultimately, the problem with that is, so back to the question was, I think the reason why women contradict themselves and what they really want, I just think they know it's not true. Like you said, hey, all men are not dogs. They desire the good one. But I think they use it as some kind of security defense mechanism to kind of say, hey, if I say this already, if it happened, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna hurt as bad.
Listen, I've seen guys, you go into the corner store, whatever, come out, and you see guys that even get the scratch on. You make this statement saying, hey, this is the quickest vacation that you can ever have.
In the world, no question.
Off. Yeah. And so many people I sit right in the passenger side, my dog get a scratch off. And you be like, man, shoot, I know I ain't gonna win. I just want to, I just add $2. You know what I'm saying? Just cause
he's trying to soften the blow, but he's still looking. He's still.
It ain't nobody. I'm just finna go ahead and see. I ain't got nothing to do, right? Yeah. And I agree. I think that can be much of a defense mechanism, just to say, hey man, listen, I'm gonna hedge my bet. I'm not finna get too far into it. Remember, you used to say this, right? When it comes to you used to fall out of the bed all the time. You go to sleep. You ain't got too far. You ain't got enough in it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of women feel like, hey, before I get too far into it, I'm gonna just already kind of put it out there. Like, hey, listen, I already knew what it was in the beginning. So if it fails, then I hadn't put too much expectation into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I just think that a lot of women, and it tripped me out, especially as a relationship coach, when it's like, come on now. You wouldn't be here if you didn't believe that it was possible, that you didn't believe that men of quality actually exist, and that you can actually have one for yourself. And it can be attainable. But I just think that overall, it still be like, man, it really, like I say, circle around fear. That's why I actually put the word in it. Are women afraid of a good man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that sometimes a lot of women get in these habits, and then, just a good guy cross their path. It's like, man, I don't know. I ain't ready for all this, like how you trying to change things up and shake things up. Like, I ain't ready for all that. Look, we need to, take it slow. And there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah. and I hear people saying that, hey, that what I said about as far as everyone being a defense mechanism, that is true. But the problem with the defense mechanism line is, and if you saying, oh yeah, I'm trying to do, just kind of prepare myself for the worst. The only problem is the end of preparing for the worst, and trying to get yourself in the mindset that, hey, this person may already hurt me. What you're starting to do is add disqualification parts for what you say you're ready for. So to say that, hey, you're ready for a good man, and you're not afraid of a good man, but you're bracing yourself for the fall, then guess what? Now the man that's good, he loses opportunities to be attracted to you because he ain't seeing confident. He's seeing brace for the fall.
Right.
So me,
That's just like ladies. That's just like you. That woman that's in them heels.
Right.
And it's shaky, and she got them Bambi legs trying to walk in the heels for the first time. Remember you see that video of the girl at graduation?
Yeah. She trying to be so flat and just.
Right. Now you trying to be so cute and trying to act like we don't notice.
Right.
And what Pastor Dozier is saying is the man does notice. He's looking at it like, listen, it seemed to be. You see
holding back. It'd be no different from us talking to a guy. And Clarence playing basketball, said, Clarence, man, listen, man, I ain't hitting. You got a good shot, man. I'm putting it. Let's go with you. I'm gonna come over here, and get to you. You can't hesitate. For him to say, okay, I'll take a shot. He get the ball and he hesitates.
Right. I'm wide open pass.
Yeah. Because at some point, you define what you said you want. We want to win. Mm-hmm. We going with you. We talked about this. I'm going for a relationship. I say I'm open for love. And here's your time. And we look at it literally from the analogy of that. Like, here's your time to shoot your shot.
Right.
And, and you hesitate. You freeze.
Mm-hmm.
You freeze. You're doing the Wakanda when the dude said, don't freeze, man. you froze, man.
T'Challa in this thing. Look, you froze.
Yeah, okay? You froze.
And that's the whole thing that I think that is one of the things that women fail to mention, of course, because it take a mature and person that really is vulnerable enough to be able to say, hey man, listen, I don't have it all figured out. This area right here is something, you know what I mean? I ain't worked on it or figured out myself, and that's okay. But I think that sometimes just to even say that, it's almost like a woman when you mention the word submission, most women think of it as it's a weakness. Like, listen, I'm not as strong of a woman if I say, hey, I struggle with, pleasing men or keeping a man, or I struggle with, operating in a relationship that's healthy. And it ain't to me, it ain't always the other person. I always feel like when a relationship goes south, both parties have some involvement in it. I'm not saying that you was the reason for it, but I mean, I just think we all got some kind of.
No question about it. I agree. I want to know this though, and I know I don't want to change the pace too much, ladies. So let's go ahead and assume that you already hate me and Clarence tonight, saying, "Oh, you ain't my afraid of a good man, afraid of good." So I would do the same thing. I say before I take my side, let me look at it the other way. Mm-hmm. So let me ask ladies tonight. I need y'all to help me with this. Since you are ready for a good man, we're assuming you're not afraid. Nobody want to talk about fear and afraid. What qualifies you to be ready? Because I don't believe no lady on here gonna agree. So here's again. What qualifies a woman to be ready for a relationship or in a good man? What are the qualifications? Mm-hmm. I already know y'all ain't gonna agree because I know if I said, hey man, woman willing to be submissive, a chick will be mad. If I say a woman ready to be ready to throw her list away, don't matter if he's short, whatever, not that means she ready. If I say, hey, woman's ready to cook.
Mm-hmm. Then you have another set of
cooking,
right?
If I say a woman's ready to, not be tight with her heart, her sexuality, that's an issue. If I tell a woman that, guess what, and my first pick gonna be, hey, she gotta have some stability in Christ.
Right.
Then we got some backbone. I can see where you stand. But I already know an answer. I want to know, ladies, since you're not afraid, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Mm-hmm. You ain't afraid no good man. What makes you ready for one?
That's a good question.
I'm waiting.
Let me give a good feel.
Ladies, right now, you ready for a good man? Val said she attracted to good. I want to know what make you ready.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Just because I think
because I got my own house, I'm ready now.
A woman can itemize. When I say itemize, we talking about go from A to Z on things that would make a man ready for a relationship. Mm-hmm. I just posted something earlier today that was going nuts, talking about a situation that a person close to me had where a man on the first date his car declined. and she had to pay the bill, okay, and then we're trying to figure out, hey, does he get another chance? Does he get a second chance? And, a lot of women like, you don't get no second shot, not after that. So I'm seeing how right now the whole climate is just like, man, listen, women can say a man need to have money right, he need to be in this area.
They all agree.
Mentally,
They agree. They agree. Most women agree. Exactly what you said. You got to have money right. You got to be a provider, protector. Most women agree. I want to know, women, what makes you ready for a good man? I like Tamika. Y'all know Deaconess Tamika in the house. Woman of God. She said self-love. That's good. I don't hear everybody agree with her. What is when she got herself together, she's ready because she knows what she wants. Okay, Charlene, I'll buy a little bit of that.
Hey, I posted this earlier. I think it was on Instagram where I was saying to women, I say, hey, listen, just because you take time to yourself, it ain't the same as taking time to heal. Know the difference, right? So when we say to Deaconess Tamika, when she say love yourself, I think that it really is a big key when it comes to how you're gonna be how people gonna see you within a relationship, whether that be a personal friends relationship or a relationship that's growing into something, further, right? And I think that a lot of women feel like, hey, listen, I done been off the market for 3 years, so I'm ready. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about the qualification,
I've been by myself, that means I'm ready.
Right. Listen, I'm working on. How does a person really, when we talk about like maybe auditing a person, how do you know a person has really worked on themselves and really worked through some of the stuff that they need to work through, as opposed to, hey, I've been single, so I'm working on myself because I've been single, or is it really you working on yourself? How do you know that?
Right. But I like some of the answers. Oh, you got this woman of God, Trevon, in the house.
Okay.
Ken's answer is when you can trust God to guide the man with your actions, trust God to guide you with your actions when things don't go your way, which is good. That makes a woman ready. Mm-hmm. When Nora say willing to change, willing to share, willing to grow. Listen, the key is willing.
Absolutely.
So here's the argument. So I'm so glad. So I hear the commenting on it. Self-love, ready, prepare yourself. First Lady Tamika Short says loving herself. Mm-hmm. Willing to listen, be a partner. See, all this, I love the word willing. So watch this. The question initially of the show tonight is, are women afraid of a good man? Now, here's the problem with men. Male translation.
Mm-hmm. Break it down.
Your answer is yes, but the man don't always see you willing to let go of that fear.
Ooh, that's a good point.
That's it.
That's an excellent.
That's the show. Are you willing to let go of the fear of softening yourself, breaking yourself for the ball? Because most men, it's just me, most of us men, we love confidence.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Y'all don't believe me? Not that I ever been before. This is, I heard about it. Yeah, I heard about some people with the strip clubs, and they'll tell you that the man is not looking for the biggest butt, because there's women that don't have big butt. Mm-hmm. He's not looking for the short woman, or the big breast woman, or the light skinned woman, or the black woman. There's all kind of women there, from what they say about it. Point is, they'll pay. Listen to me. The man will pay for confidence.
Right. She out on the pole. She wipe that pole down. I'm gonna go.
She said, "What you want to dance, boo boo?"
Hey, listen, somebody go ahead and tear this thing up.
Now, what I try to tell women is, if you lose your confidence, the man loses some of the things he's willing because he don't see that you're willing.
Right.
So you're willing to fuss. You're willing to fight. You're willing to, we know what you are willing. You're willing to check him, question him like you're in the witness stand. But the question, are you afraid of love? So I hear this willing thing, but let's talk about it for a second. Are you really willing?
Yeah.
The man card declined. Are you willing?
No.
He a good man.
No.
It happened to me today. Watch, I'm do this. I'm getting to buy.
It happened. Wait a minute. Hold on.
It happened to you? Happened to me today.
It happened to me before too. But
happened to me today.
Go ahead.
Happened to me today. I'm buying something, and I'm in the line. And what I'm buying, I don't know. Please, sorry, sir. It says decline. No, I got
a little paper.
And she said it a little loud. A little bit like
Lord, your voice.
He's up. I look at the thing, This is it. And she let me try it again. Decline. I'm looking at the thing. I said, hold on now. I can see, Bank of America show you.
Right.
You done got me twice.
Right.
Well, I'm not so sure why it's not going on the road. Now, don't whisper now. Yeah, talk loud now. I need you just as willing to talk now about, hey, this ain't on me. A minute ago you was loud. Decline, sir. I'm sorry. It declined. Now here's my point. Here's my point.
Now, can you step
No, I ain't going nowhere. Now here's the point. In that moment, I'm saying men are the same way. That didn't take away from me as a person. But I'm telling you, I felt the effects of her assuming I'm just another dude, came through, and I'm sure she probably do it all the time. Shit, Calvin.
Right.
Hey, man, your ends ain't like you thought.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I'm saying I want to see confidence that, hey, once I showed her, and watch the problem, she would like to just believe it in me.
You redeemed yourself.
I redeemed myself. I'm just saying, ladies, sometimes when you say you're ready for a good man, when things don't go as planned, if the goal is still love, the real question is why you fear it. So my initial thing was, hey, I think ladies brace themselves for the fall because things didn't work out before. Because either the man declined, not just his card, he declined, his attitude declined, right, his work ethic declined, you know, his sexuality declined. Yeah, you know what I mean? But then I'm back to Clarence's question. Why carry a niggas ain't no good, men ain't no good, and in your heart,
you know that ain't true.
That's what you crying. You still singing about real love. You still Mary J. I'm searching for a real. That's what you want.
Facts.
You gonna hit tonight. You know why? Because you want some principles, some keys, some nugget that's gonna help you get to the real thing. I want to know why talk like that. Why post like when a woman get a real man, everything like I see all these kind of posts. I see everybody preaching.
My view is that why is it that hey, listen, when the man does try to step into that role as a leader, you have women that combat that we're like, hold up, listen, like I mentioned earlier, you have women that will make the statements that, hey, you moving too fast, like I don't know, like the way I understand that you're trying to, you know, shake things up and change things, but like it needs to go at her pace. It needs to go how she plans. It needs to go how she sees it. And when a man say, hey, listen, I see some areas that may need improvement with you, with the situation in the household, all of a sudden it becomes offensive. I feel attacked.
Right.
You know, and so to me, I think that go against when I mentioned earlier. A lot of the stuff that women say they want conflict with what women say they want.
Right.
So if you want a man, you know, and you want a leader, you want him to step into that role, are you creating that place or a space for him to be that? Or are you just saying, hey, listen, you know, I say I want that, but then when it comes time.
It's such a, I don't want to get it. It's another show. But if I had just a few seconds to talk about this double standard that I'm in, I hear every woman say she's willing to this, willing to that, willing to love again, willing to trust, willing to discover where the relationship is going, not deciding where and I get it. I get it. But I hate that a man can't say I'm ready for a relationship because I'm willing to love, willing to understand. He got to be a provider. See, he got to be a protector. These days, he's got to be.
Right. And we talk, for all y'all out there that show love and support every week, man, and really engage on these topics, man, y'all can go back and on the video, I want to say maybe like 5-6 weeks ago, we talked about being ready-made versus ready to mold. Right. So when Pastor Dozier talking about, hey, hearing a lot of women saying, hey, I'm willing, I'm open, I'm vulnerable. I'm saying, hey, listen, I'm in position to be able to be changed. Are women expecting that same thing from men? Like you said, Pastor, does he get that option?
What if a man walk around and say, man, these chicks don't even trust you? Why even try?
Right.
Why even start over again? They don't even believe you anyway.
Right.
Right? And what's this? Like, and I get somebody said, Charlene said that there's a shortage of good men. I think there's a shortage of good women. I absolutely think there's a shortage of good women. I think there's women. There's more women than men, period. But good ones, women who are really willing, that's not just talking, willing to shut up. I said too much then. Willing to kill your little attitude because it got the whole house stinking. Your kids,
that aroma
you know that old nasty funk that a woman have in the house and be like, he supposed to know what's wrong with me.
Oh, so you just gonna go to sleep now? You're like, what?
Yeah, that ability that woman can carry something. What somebody did to them on social media, or somebody said something sideways in some message group at work, and you carry that stuff with you. You got that little funk. I don't know if women are always willing to let stuff go. And then I see women get the man because they're alone. They say they're lonely. Get the man and they don't treat him right. I don't know. So I just think there's a shortage of a lot of things because I think now you got a bunch of women being raised, and Charlene said that I think you got a lot of women now being raised to be independent, have your own house, have your own car, and now you accomplish all this stuff, but you're still lonely. You're still a woman. And you still want somebody to do what? Talk to. You still want somebody to understand you and love you, and you're afraid of it. So now the guy is talking to you, and you saying, what he up to? Wonder who else he talking to.
Mm-hmm. And I talk, like I said, y'all, we look out for y'all. We talked about this topic where basically I question women to say, are women raising their daughters to learn how to be good wives? And most women say, nah, I'm just raising her to be a good person. But yet, it's just like anything. When you go to college, you going to specialize in something. You go to, you take your first 2 years, it's your general studies, and then you actually go into your major, which is specifically studying how to do something at an elite level, right? So I believe that it's no different than, hey, I'm doing a podcast, I'm a businessman, I'm a career guy, I'm a married man. I want to teach my son specifically how to win in these areas. And I think I've questioned women not to say, hey, I'm putting y'all down, but to say, is this an area that we're really looking at? Because I think a lot of times that example that we say, oh, well, we ain't have an example of this. It's really, really powerful when you actually are saying, hey, I want you to learn about this. Just like no different than a father saying, hey, let me show you how to brush your teeth. Let me show you how to brush and get them waves. Let me show you how to, It's always just ways to improve their life situation. I think a lot of times that get overlooked. Like you said, it's not really focused on it.
Yeah. And the answer to this question, Beck had a question: why do men bring up your past? It shouldn't matter that was before you. But I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing. Because women don't necessarily bring up your past, but she keep it in a database because she decided her next move off of your previous moves. Mm-hmm. That's what a job does. It's the reason why when you go to a job, they ask you for a resume because they want to see what about these gaps, what you was doing this year, right, and where you was working at. Because here you are trying to apply for a great woman like me. Mm-hmm. I want to know how was your past relationship.
Right. Why do
men the same way?
What all these discrepancies?
Yeah, and because men have egos, we going right to the chase. So how many people you had sex with? Mm-hmm. We want to know. Right, man don't ask you a question about, what are your 5-year goals for your company, your job you're working at?
Right.
Where do you see yourself at your job? Nah, man want to talk about this. Baby, that's what y'all still cut. What is it? Well, I'm just saying it's the same thing. And because a woman's past, I hate to say this, ladies, I'm going to say something bold right now. I'm going to jump out here on a relationship limb.
All right, now let me give my life savings.
Here's the difference. A man can be with a chick and literally ain't thinking about her no more. Let me say it again. A man, yes, he had sex with her. And he's literally it's 30 days later and he don't ever care if he talked to her still no more. He's really moved on.
Right.
A woman can get with a man and she never closed the door. So, because when a woman usually have intimate moments with a man, she usually don't do it out of just testosterone. She's doing it because there's some level of intimacy, some level of care there. And so the reason why men ask about it, because most men know there's a woman that he can go back around there too. Yep. And she willing.
I don't know many women that allow a man into her body that she don't care nothing about.
Nothing about. That a man just jumped off the dress on you and you literally don't have any more feelings about him ever.
Right. Or even before it happened. You just like, I don't care nothing about it, but I don't know. Man, And going back, I think Charlene said, hey, listen, back in the day, older moms used to teach their daughters how to be good wives. And it's no different. Like a man should be able to teach his son, hey, listen, this is how you're supposed to treat a woman. This is how you're supposed to da-da-da. So it's not offensive to ask a man, hey, are you teaching your son about these ways and how to be a man and how to treat women, da-da-da, being chivalrous and being respectful? So I'm thinking that it shouldn't be offensive for a man.
Right. I can take all that too. I don't think it should be offensive, but at the same time, I always just wonder, hey man, why is it always such a double standard? Why does it always look so different? Because right now, notice the question we're asking, hey, why are women, and a lot of women are afraid of a good man? Why would I ever say that? Why the question could never be, why is it men are afraid of a good woman? Because they're not. And the reason why I'm saying the difference is the actions behind it. So I hear everybody online. Ladies, I want to know, could you share with me who you are offline?
What you mean? Of course,
I know what you're telling me online. I want to know.
I'm just saying.
I want to know, man, are your actions that way offline?
Nah, these my lashes. These my edges. This is my wig. I bought it.
Right. Here's my point, and I I don't want to do that. But I'm saying because in so many instances, and Charlotte got a point. We're all products of things we've been around and people that we've been raised up. Mm-hmm. So we're all products of it. But I don't think that gives any woman or any man an excuse. If you're gonna say you're gonna pursue love, you ought to be doing the following. Mm-hmm. So I ought to be able to follow your steps and see that you're pursuing love. If you got a job, you're trying to make money, I ought to be able to follow you and see that, hey man, it's important to her. Right. So ladies, if I'm following you, what about your steps? Right. Show me that you're preparing yourself for real love, real relationship.
Right. We follow you 24 hours a day.
Yeah. We follow you for 5 days. What about you say you're open, not afraid for a real relationship, real love? And a lot of times, man, that's just talk.
And you can see what a person believes. You stick with them long enough, you see exactly what they believe in.
Yeah.
So hey, I wanted to go to a post that I put up on Instagram because I say this a lot, right? As a relationship coach, I say certain things about relationship that you can't say to women, not because it's not right or accurate, but just because you're a man, you done crossed the line, right? And so it's some tweets that I've seen come through by women that really speak to women and some of the things that I think men think about relationships and about women, but I specifically post them not because, like I say, it wasn't because the message was anywhere crazy, but as a woman, I think that, you have a lot of women that feel like, okay, well, I can understand that. Here's the post. The post says, a lot of women want a good man until it requires them to be a better woman. All right? A lot of women want a good man until it requires them to be a better woman. And this is a woman who posts. Y'all can go on my Instagram page and just fact check, verify what me. But I'm saying that I think that really speaks to a lot of women nowadays. Whether it be young women, middle-aged women, older women. I think overall that I think is a mindset of a lot of women to why I even question women like this. Are you afraid of a good man? Because I'm saying like, hey, listen. The same women that say, I ain't got time to play. I ain't got time. I'm a high quality woman. I got this set up. I've been doing this other. You do have men recognize women that all men aren't trash. All men don't date the same. All men don't want the same thing. And that same quality guy, he ain't got a whole bunch of time to. Right. So he looking at it like, man, hey, listen. I understand that you this and that, but just because your paycheck don't mean you're a great woman. Now you talking about I need you to move around, move some furniture, like Brother Matt used to say.
Right. And a lot of women, if truth be told, they play this immature game, and men do it too. But it's who gonna commit first? You go, I go. Mm-hmm. You say it, I say it after you. Right. You say I love you, I say I love you too.
No, you said it first. I ain't even love you like that.
Yeah. You kiss me here, then I kiss you there. Mm-hmm. But I ain't gonna do it like it's all you go first. And so what happens is all that shows is this word willing that everybody's saying, it ain't true.
Right.
You know what I mean? When a woman's really willing, it's saying, guess what? I can tell you something right now, ladies. I know a lot of ladies, and I preach this often to ladies. Man, statistically, 80% of women in relationships are better women. They're happier. They have a better attitude. They have a better work ethic. They smile more. They're healthier. All because they have something to love. It's something about a woman who has something to love. That's why a lot of women, when they get mad with the dude, they love on the kid. They make the little boy the new husband now. Mm-hmm. Because a woman's better when she has something to love. So I always ask a woman, hey, why you acting like you don't want a relationship and because this one dude was wrong? Mm-hmm. You were better when you wanted the love. Right. So you don't lose it because of this guy, because now, whether you know it or not, that residue is going to hinder you from the good guy. There's good guys out there to take us. So I ain't got to deal with that. I ain't got to deal with you and your baby. I ain't got to deal with any of the above because I worked too hard at being me. The greatest thing that I ever did for my own self was recognize I was a good dude myself. Mm-hmm. Then I wouldn't put up with nothing from my wife either.
Right.
Because, hey, I don't walk around like, oh, God, what can I do to make you happy again? No, because I work just as hard on me.
Right.
So that means, guess what? I'm going to honor, respect you, and love you just as much as I want it in return. And a lot of times women... and I used to say the truth that, hey, a lot of us women, we just confused too. We just mask it better. Right. And what happens is you just masking it better. And everybody know women can do it better. But if you honestly know in your heart that, hey, man, because this last dude hurt you and because he was like this, then your cousin, boyfriend hurt him, and then you ain't going to talk about what happened to your sister. Like, that you carry all that with you and it closes the door and now you walk around tiptoeing saying that you're not afraid. But in your truth, the truth gets you out. You know what I mean? And so, I know you got a lot of questions on here tonight, but I'm just saying that tit for tat. And I know we don't say it in an argument because by that time, that's when the exposed mess with a man find out, oh, really? Now you ain't winning tonight.
Mm-hmm. Straight out squabbling.
When you said that, that's when I got mad when you said that. See? But a lot of times, even in the beginning, you know, you watching him. He can't touch his phone. Y'all on the first date, he better not grab his phone. Mm-hmm. He better not do this. And it's just, you know, man, all those are fearful moments. So
to me, I think that goes against everything that you want a person to base who you are off of. You know what I mean? I've said this before. You can't get the whole picture just off a snapshot. You know what I'm saying? So you can, even in self, you got selfies, you got panoramic picture. You can't get the whole picture off a snapshot.
Right.
So I know that there are plenty of women that feel like you said, hey, I'm a great woman, I'm a quality woman. Well, if a man just judge you off of a small portion of what he see, you're going to feel like, man, listen, maybe it's his loss, but if you keep getting, you know, dismissed or overlooked just because of same said flaw, like come on now,
right.
You know, so go ahead.
Here's the analogy I like to use. It's like a woman has been in an accident, right? She's been in an accident driving, she got in a car accident, and nobody planned on her getting in an accident. But the truth of the matter is, the question is she afraid of a good day of traffic? Listen to the question. She's been in an accident before, she's afraid of a good day of traffic. The problem is, yes, there are accidents all over. But you have to, I hate to say it, you still have to be willing to get back in the car and drive.
Facts.
So you drive scared, you look up and say, man, I'm only going 32 in the 65 mile, like, I'm going 32 miles. Right. And so I can say one thing, I'm even in the car, but my actions, everybody around me see, man, what you doing out here, man?
Highway patrol pulling you over like you on the interstate.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying, ladies. If you're going to be out there, on this traffic of love, be out there. Right. Drive with purpose.
Facts. Come on.
Drive with purpose. Drive with confidence, with belief. Because guess what? The rest of us, we know what confidence look like. We're going somewhere. Right. I got somewhere to be. But this person like this here,
come on,
man. Come on, man.
Move out the way.
Yeah.
So, hey, listen, I got a question now. We're going to wrap up this session right, man. I know, you know, we having a great conversation, and I want to end it on this question. Before I do, I need y'all to do two things. One, hit that share button. One more again, just for your boy, Pastor Dozier, just for me, y'all family and friends. Y'all already know me. Y'all part of Male Translation family. I need y'all to hit that share button. Number two, at the end of this, I need y'all to go to my website, man, relationshiphealing.co. Please go ahead and check that out, man. Listen, I got a lot of great stuff on there, a lot of great content, ways to connect with me, you name it. So I need y'all to go to that website, man. If y'all love your boy, go to relationshiphealing.co, not .com, chop that M off .co, hit that enter button, and you'll be right there. All right, sign up for that email list. Those women that are looking to position themselves in the path of a man looking for his wife, hey, listen, that's my course, Attracting a Quality Man. So you can sign up for the email list there, and then you're going to get first access to that course and at an early bird discounted rate. All right, so now, moving right on. Here's the question I want to ask y'all ladies, right? And Pastor Dozier, I want you to, let me see how you feel about this, right? The question is, can a woman accept a man being a better person than her without being offended? I'm gonna say that question again for those out there in the back. Can a woman accept a man being a better person than her without being offended?
Yeah, I think so. That's a good question. I think this go back to like Charlene was saying. The question is, can a woman be with a man even if he's a better person without being offended?
Can she accept that?
Can a woman accept the man if he's a better person
than her
without being offended? And I personally believe yes. I believe that somewhere behind all of that fussing, fighting, and mood and attitude is a woman who's desiring a real man to love them. Now, I personally believe, this is just me, I personally believe, hey, if a man that is a better man can love a woman beyond the pain, beyond insecurity. Man, I met my wife on Terra now. She was like, every dude she was with had done lied to her and cheated on her. I never heard that before. Mm-hmm. I never heard a woman say, every guy lied and cheated. Mm-hmm. Every guy I've been with. So I recognize there's a big wall there, but I always believe, man, if I'm the right man, if I'm loving the right way, and I'm loving like God say love, I believe in love, that I can get past that. And then I get past it, there's a woman then saying, man, that's what I've been waiting on.
Mm-hmm. But see, here's the thing. Remember that picture I posted up, that meme where you got the guy chopping the brick on one side, the woman putting up bricks on the other side?
Yeah.
What you explain is a kind of image of that same post.
Yeah,
and I think that reason why I challenge women with that question is not because I don't think that a woman is offended, but I think that a lot of women don't recognize that that's how it seems when you do meet a quality guy.
Right. So, well, I want to take that out. So let me finish. What Clarence saying was good. So listen to the whole story. Clarence's question was, can a woman accept a man being a better person than she is without being offended? So I said, watch the whole story. I said, hey, if a man can love a woman correctly, he can get past that wall, right? And there's a woman behind there, that wall with her arms open, she's well to love, she's just been scared.
Right.
The problem is the better person part of the man without being offended, because the man might say, I don't want to touch this wall. And don't be offended. And guess what? This too much.
Right.
I work too hard on being me. I'm a better person in this. I do not deserve the attitude, or the wall, or the this. So I'm not going to play this game with you, and I'm going to move on. And so that part is tough, because sometimes that man's a better person. His better judgment is not to go past the wall,
right,
and to love you anyway and accept it, because that takes time.
Too much.
See what I'm saying? So, but will you not be offended if he says, "Man, I ain't dealing with this." I mean, I'm a better person.
Right.
I got my own too, and I'm good too. But like, and he saying, yeah. And so I'm just saying, ladies, and here's the point. The reason why that question is so profound is because these are the risks you take when you're not really prepared for a relationship. Because you can lose.
Right.
I know no lady likes to admit this, because we like to say all men and dogs, but I guarantee you there's at least 5 of y'all ladies on there tonight, and you ain't got to say who you are. Well, I guess you got to, you said, but 5 of y'all ladies who you are that will admit, man, I did have a good one and I missed it.
Right.
And I missed him, and he happily married now.
Dating with a purpose is not you dating with a purpose to put your wall up. You understand? So I think a lot of women feel like, hey, I'm dating with a purpose. I date with a purpose because I know what I want, but yet you don't know how much that wall, how high that's like the Berlin Wall over here for a said good guy that now comes in, and you can't even differentiate, because people. JC said, hey, people from a distance can't tell who's who. You got this wall up, I can't see who behind that. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about, hey, listen, I'm like this. If you really get to know me, and like you say, it made for that guy to be like, man, listen, I shouldn't have to deal with all of that, breaking down bricks just to get to who you truly are. And you telling me I'm going to reach this pot of gold on the other side, and you got women that maybe just as good that don't have that type of thing. So I think sometimes dating with purpose isn't dating with the purpose of put your wall up right when you start to get serious.
Right. I think, and this is important. And the reason why this question is kind of startling to some people is because when you say something like better person, I'm so glad you said that, because the assumption always is the woman's the prize. That's how we do it.
Right.
She's the prize. She's the trophy. And then what happens is,
no better than her.
And ladies, I need y'all to hear this. I'm not saying that you're not special. I'm not saying that you're not valuable. I'm not saying that you're not a big piece of the puzzle. But if all we ever do is say the woman's the prize and she's the queen, then you're going to raise up more men who are, guess what, are not prize worthy.
That's so good. That's good.
Like that. If all we do is say the woman's the prize, she's the great one, she's the queen, she's the this, she's the this, she's the this, she's the this. But you want a quality man. You want king. But ain't nobody talking about, hey man, he the catch, he the prize. A good man is like, it's the exact opposite. It's hey, you find you a good one.
If he's so rare, the stock should be going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The value of that quality man should go up if they're so rare. Like Aunt Charlene said, like, listen, you can't find them, but everywhere. Don't that make a diamond a diamond?
Yeah.
You can't just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hey, but and what you're saying, I want to add to that. When I ask the question, can a woman accept?
Say we the prize.
Listen, that's what a lot of do like this. I asked the question, can a woman accept a man being a better person than her without being offended? Here's why I asked that, right? Listen, I understand that with me trying to be a specific type of great guy as a husband, a father, a leader, an influence, all that type of stuff. Listen, I recognize a good man has, in most cases, got to be the better man. So I asked that question using that word of his, can he be a better person without you being offended? Because if you want him to be the great guy, you got to recognize a good guy is most of the time the better guy. The guy that has to deal with emotion and not getting his feelings and be able to understand and like, listen, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? To be a leader, a lot of times you got to overlook certain things and be the better person. Sometimes rectify issues that you know you weren't at fault in, or you have to, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of type of stuff that you deal with. And I know that the man that women say they want, that man's gonna have to deal with a lot and have to be the better man.
Yeah, he gotta deal with a lot. Yeah, he gotta deal with a lot. He
gonna have to be the better man.
He gotta be the better man. Let me tell you why the women, for all y'all to think that the man ain't gotta be the better man, just know this. No woman cares around her pain like a man do, because a man gotta be a better man, and guess what? Override your issue. Mm-hmm. So what about when you were thought that year? That year you got loose, right? You got loose, and this man just got to accept that, hey, you just threw your boot around that year. Right?
You're a better woman now, like you moved on.
You moved on. He supposed to just love you through it. When a man does that, it's hung over his head for years.
Mm-hmm. All the ones like, while you out, every time we go out,
everybody know you.
Smiling at you. Right? I know a lot of people, baby. People, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people know me. And so that's why I wanted to end that subject on that question, because I really felt like
Woody Steve had 6 prizes.
Hey, he did. He had a few. You know, I don't know what Marjorie is. Number 3. Anyway, we ain't gonna get into all that. But I think that, like I said, for the man that a lot of women do want, he does have to be the better man to be a good man within any relationship. How many times that are you expected to just
be the better person?
Yeah, you know how I am. You deal with it.
Man. Listen, what Clarence is talking about, and I hate to break this down to a black love situation. So look at it like this: all the women on here, y'all understand this scenario. Watch this analogy. Why is it that, hey, every police and everything in our world, they can do violent stuff, but then when it's our time, we're supposed to just be the better person? Mm-hmm. See this? So we supposed to just be calm, pray patiently, protest quietly. We always get looked at as a people to be the better person. Mm-hmm. Now let's go deeper in that. With the man, woman can cuss him out, fight, flip out, get an attitude, and he still get looked at as being, he got to be a provider, protector, the better person.
Mm-hmm. Considerate, loving.
I mean, like, come on, man. Romantic, careful, rub me down, massage me sometimes. You never rub my feet. Right. You never compliment me. And it's like, what? At what point do we say, hey, he's the one getting affected too? Right. But you know, Beyonce ain't singing no song right now. When she was singing, let me cater to you, we had a good year. Yeah. Man, all that, and all the single ladies, everything's not changing.
And now they throw it away. Hey, listen, they ain't with none of that no more. Hey, listen, back in the old day, but now 2021, we on a different level. We on a new level. Yeah. And so,
black love matters.
Absolutely, black love matters.
And I want y'all to think about that scenario, man. Man getting beat up, man. He's just supposed to always be nice and sweet.
And then come home, and then, like, a lot of ladies in our culture that say, hey, listen, a woman's supposed to be a man challenge. Like, it's okay to challenge your man. Like, you know what I mean? You're supposed to challenge him. Like, that make him a better man through you challenging him, right? Yeah. No, a woman's supposed to be a man peace. Not his challenge. Like,
his help.
You a help man.
Troy say, God called him to be that way. He better be the better man. This is what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, better through you talking about what he better be. What he better be, he still need to be able to not take offense to what you saying you better be. Right. But anyway, we appreciate, man. I appreciate y'all so much every week, man, showing love, man. Go ahead and hit that share button one more time for your folk, man, so we can really share this Male Translations message, man. And you guys know, man, every week, man, we trying to give y'all something to bite on and to chew on for the rest of the week, man, until we meet again on the next Tuesday night. Pastor Dozier, you got anything that you want to say before we get up out of here?
Nah, man, y'all stay prayed up, man. Listen, if you haven't been by the place, we are open. You're allowed to wear your mask. You can social distance. Like, you can just come on in there like you do anywhere else. We're at the place that's 5111 North 22nd Street. We don't have Sunday morning service. We do Saturday service at 5:03. Mm-hmm. Please come through. I'm pushing this year. I believe this is going to be a year of recovery. That's why we're doing great subjects like this and things like this, because a lot of these old inclinations we've been carried, I believe, is going to be different. And not just through love, but through God. So come through, check us out, YouTube, Place TV, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Find us.
Most definitely. For those that maybe can't make it to this region, or, for those that still feel like, hey, man, listen, I'm going to keep it playing safe for a little bit longer, Pastor Dozier. Like you said, you can go to Facebook, The Place TV, or YouTube, The Place TV.
Yep.
All right, so that you can see the services, you can check out the police ministries, the Sunday services, at any time that you wish, by hitting the clickable button through YouTube or Facebook. That's my ministry as well. This is my pastor, man. Listen, I have a love for this man right here and the place as well. So I appreciate y'all, show y'all love as well, man. It only takes a few clicks of the thumb. It costs you nothing to just click. You feel me? So show y'all love and support, and we're going to see y'all next week.
I don't use that line. It costs you nothing to click.
Just click.
Wow.
You did? And so, that'll be your way, man, to show your love and support. And go by the website and check that out, man. Sign up for the email list. We're going to see y'all next Tuesday night, man. Show y'all love. We appreciate y'all every week, man. The numbers going up. And we're going to have another banger for y'all next Tuesday night. So stay prayed up, stay healthy, stay Rona free, and we're going to see y'all again, all right?
Yay.
Pieces in the wind.